So the main complaint that people have whenever they're trying to reach their fitness goals or going to the gym is that I work too much, or my job is too physical, or I work overnight, or whatever the case. And realistically, it's all excuses. You see on this trailer, I got 1,200 cases on this thing, and what's gonna get it off? This hand cart. And I'm working overnight. There's nothing that makes me more different than anybody else out there. I used to make the same excuse as to why I wasn't going. Some of y'all seen back in 2017, 2018, I was making the fitness videos and then I abruptly stopped. That was mostly because I was working 2 jobs. Maybe you're doing 40, maybe you're doing 60, maybe you're doing 50. It don't matter. I'm out here doing 60 hours. I still find time for the gym. We got 168 hours in a week. So if you can factor in everything that you do, you can put at least an hour of gym time in. A couple days a week, 4 days a week, 3 days a week. So whenever you think about this stuff, you gotta ask yourself if you're really ready to make your life better. If you're really ready to be more fit, if you're willing to hit your fitness goals no matter the cost. Because when I started going again back in 2022, I had to come to the realization that I was basically being a punk and I was skipping out on reaching my fitness goals because I was making the same excuse that most people make, is that I'm working too much and I'm working overnight and I won't get no sleep and all this stuff. This is before I realized that I actually had time and I wasn't making it. So for the last 3 years, even doing this, working 60 hours, I still was able to find time to reach my fitness goals and stop making excuses no matter the cost. If you really want it, you're gonna make time. One thing I always ask myself whenever I'm facing a challenge, like I'm trying to achieve something and there's somebody else doing it, I always ask myself, if they're doing it, why can't I do it? What makes me more different than them? What makes me less of a person that I can't achieve something that somebody else did or overachieve? There's nothing that somebody can't do that I can't do. If I wanna be a doctor, whatever the case, there's nothing that's stopping me from doing it if I really wanna do it. So if you're not hitting the gym, you gotta have that difficult conversation with yourself as to why you aren't going. And this is something that most people don't do because you feel more comfortable whenever you're running away from the pain. So if you can sit yourself down and think in your head, talk to yourself and figure out why you aren't doing something that you've been telling yourself you wanna do. Every year there's these New Year's resolutions, the gym's always packed, but over time you see it fade off. Be that person that stick to what your goals are. Shouldn't even be a New Year's resolution. Like, you shouldn't wait till January 1st to start going to the gym. Like, you should just go whenever that time comes. So figure out what you have in your 168-hour week. Subtract things like your work hours, your time to sleep, time with your family, put in the time that you're gonna spend total for the week going to the gym. And then you'll realize that you have more time than you actually think. You'll realize that you're actually making excuses. Keep that in mind, and that goes for anything in life. Whenever you're trying to do something, ask yourself if you really have time and then do the calculations.